Hello beautiful people and welcome back to another video. My name is Sakshi Patel and I'm a 5th year PharmD student. A very happy new year to all my Gujarati friends and subscribers. So this video is going to be a bit different, in which I decided not to voice over on a vlog, but actually we would see it together, and side by side I'll also tell you what was happening on that day. Just to give you a disclaimer of the vlog. So it was our first day in the Onco Ward and we got some ADRs and also did some patient counseling. By the end of this video, I would also tell you how you can detect and confirm an ADR. So let's begin. Also, this is the first time that I'm doing something like this, so let me know in the comment section whether you would enjoy more such kind of videos. Okay, let's dive in. Yeah, so what you just saw, it was actually our sign in. Before we start with the ward rounds, we have to go to our preceptor room, sign in with our time at which we reach the preceptor room in the morning, and do our sign. Okay, so time, sign, and then also while going out, that is when the ward rounds end, we have to again write time out. And in the background, our hospital morning prayer was going on. This is, we're just going on to the onco ward. Also, just another thing is that we weren't supposed to go to oncology ward on that day, but what happened is that we had already completed with our respiratory ward, which was previous ward. That's why we decided to go on the next ward, that is oncology ward. This is the chemo daycare. Here the patients are admitted for their chemotherapy. This chart was an absolutely amazing chart. Wait, I'll show you again. Yeah, this chart, it was a patient counseling chart, and on the left side you can see diagnosis, and on the right side all the health education tips, that is patient counseling tips, are given. So they were cancer, type of cancer, and patient counseling points, that way. First you have cancer oral cavity and its patient counseling points, and cancer of breast oral, sorry, patient counseling points, etc. So it was the first time that we saw a patient counseling chart in a ward, and it was pretty amazing. Actually, this entire bulletin was filled with so many new things we can learn about, and so many other things. There was also a chart about commonly prescribed chemotherapeutic agents along with their common ADRs. And always remember, when you are going in the chemo ward, obviously you have to wear a mask, right? So try to bring a new mask, or if you are someone who is using a cotton mask or a cloth mask, then try to wash the mask before going in the chemo ward. Here you can see that I bought a new N95, because before this ward, as I told you, that we had respiratory ward, right? So respiratory, there are so many patients of pneumonia, tuberculosis, etc., and we obviously don't want cross contamination from respiratory to chemotherapy ward. And already chemotherapeutic patients, because, sorry, cancer patients, already they are on chemotherapies, so their immunity is pretty much compromised. They would get infection much easily or quickly than any one of us can get. Okay. Okay, this I was going to find a patient's relative, because the patient wanted to take a medicine. I think it was a paracetamol pill. Yeah, she wanted to take paracetamol and she did not have water. So I'm just searching her relative by calling out her name and asking if there is anyone of her relative. I don't know if you can hear it. So we are right now going into the preceptor room of ours, because we got one ADR of gemcitabine induced anemia, and also for some patient counseling forms. This butterfly has been there since I don't know how many weeks, literally. Okay, so we got an ADR of gemcitabine, two ADRs actually. Both of them were related to gemcitabine, and in another, I think there was another medication I forgot. So one ADR was of gemcitabine, and other ADR it was of gemcitabine, and I forgot which one. I think donorubicin, doxorubicin, something like that. I forgot which one exactly was there, and we are also carrying our journals to complete them. Okay, so how, let me tell you how did I confirm that it was an ADR. Okay, so first of all, what we do is that I went to the ward, I got my mask as you can see, and then we start scanning through the patient files. Okay, so when I was scanning through a particular patient's file, I saw that okay, this is the medication that has been given to her, and after medication history or medication chart review or prescription audit, we move on to laboratory data. So in laboratory data, I saw that her hemoglobin was very low. It was, I think, 8 or 9. I don't remember. I think it was 9.2. Yeah. So and then I went to see her previous laboratory reports. For example, on day A, her hemoglobin was 15. Day B, she came in and took her chemotherapy, and on day C, her hemoglobin was down. So that is how I suspected that her decrease in hemoglobin or anemia, it is due to particular agent, and that agent was gemcitabine. Okay, that's how you detect an ADR. So first of all, you see the patient, you see the medication chart, then you go through the laboratory data, sugar chart sometimes if it is a steroid, and then when you see that there is any abnormality in the laboratory data or any kind of reports, then you move on to the previous reports and see how much abnormality is there and what are the medications given to him or her in between, what is the time lapse, and is the time period between the medication administration and the fall in laboratory data or the difference in laboratory data, it has temporal relationship, that is time related relationship with the medication or not. Okay, so that is how you can suspect an ADR. When it comes to confirming an ADR, what we do is that we have Micromedics software which we use. Now Micromedics, it is extremely expensive software. It is, I think, something in hundreds of dollars. I think you get the subscription, I really don't know, but our college has taken the subscription of that, so it is kind of free of cost for us. That's why we use it. And right now I'll show you how I used Micromedics to find out or to confirm that this ADR was caused by gemcitabine. Okay, wait. Okay, so this is how you just search for Micromedics. Okay, so this is what you will see. Once you go, you will always have to type your login ID and all of that. Okay, now here you go to the drug section. This is how Micromedics looks like. You can find drug-drug interactions, and you can find numerous drug-drug interactions at once. Okay, it's not that you can only type 2 to 3 as we can do in drugs.com. Here you can type out numerous drug interactions. For drug interactions, I'll be making another video, so don't forget to check it out. Okay, so here I'll just type my drug, that is gemcitabine. Here you can see already adverse effects gemcitabine is given, but I'll click on gemcitabine just to show you guys what all Micromedics provides. Okay, so here you can see on the left hand side that we have dosing administration. In that we have adult dosing, pediatric dosing, FDA uses, non-FDA uses. Now non-FDA uses, we also call it off-label uses. Okay, then dose adjustments in case it is renally compromised patient or pregnant patient, such like that. Then administration, comparative efficacy, place in therapy, medication safety, we have contraindications, precautions, adverse effects, black box warning, REMS, I don't know what REMS is, we'll see it later. Then we have drug interactions, IV compatibility, pregnancy and lactation monitoring, do not confuse, that is SALA drugs, that is sound alike look alike drugs. Then we have mechanism of action, pharmacokinetics, patient education. In that we have medication counseling and patient handouts. Then comes toxicology, clinical effects, range of toxicity and treatment. Okay, then drug properties, storage, stability, etc. So each and everything that you want to know about any drug is given here. It is really such an amazing site. Okay, so here we click on to adverse effects. Now I had typed gemcitabine, right? So all the adverse effects according to our different systems will come upon. So here you can see we have cardiovascular, then dermatologic, gastrointestinal, hematologic, immunologic, neurologic, renal, respiratory, and others. In that series we have hematologic, that is we also have anemia. So all grades of anemia, neutropenia, all grades, and thrombocytopenia, all grades. So here anemia, it has been found in 8 to 28% that anemia has been reported due to gemcitabine. This is how I confirmed my ADR. Okay, uh, so yeah, first we detected ADR based on patient laboratory charts, etc., and then we confirmed it using such a site. Okay, I'll also show you what you can do in case you don't have micromedics. What you can do is that you can just type the medication name such as gemcitabine, Medscape, because it is a reliable source. Okay, having a reliable source is very much important when you are looking for drug interaction or medication, not medication history, but drug interaction and adverse drug effects. Yeah, Medscape. Okay, so here also dosing and uses is given as adult, pediatric, and geriatric. Then we have dosage forms and strength in pancreatic cancer. It is used. It is used in non-small cell lung cancer, breast cancer, ovarian cancer. Dosage modifications in case of myelosuppression. Then myelosuppression, breast cancer, and previous one was ovarian cancer. Dosing considerations. Okay, here at last we do have adverse effects, so we'll just go in there, and you can see in second point it is written anemia in more than 10%, that is 65% of population or patients who have been treated with gemcitabine, they have experienced anemia. So this confirms our ADR. Okay, so this is how you can confirm an ADR. And that day I also did some patient counseling. In patient counseling we give out both the points, that is condition related counseling and medication related counseling. Now I am making different patient counseling videos, so I've already made a patient counseling video for respiratory ward. In that I covered patient counseling for I think COPD, pneumonia, and tuberculosis, and I'll be doing the same for each and every ward that we have. If you want me to do for any specific ward patient counseling, then let me know. Now let us just summarize the how you can detect and confirm an ADR. Okay, so first you go through patient medication chart and you see whether there is any medication which commonly causes any adverse drug reaction. Okay, for example, in chemotherapy you will find all the chemotherapeutic agents, they are very prone to producing any kind of adverse drug reaction. If you go to respiratory ward, then there is also this I forgot. Yeah, glycopyrrolate and formoterol and duolin also sometimes that cause ADRs. Then if you go to medicine ward, then there is I forgot. Furosemide. Yeah, furosemide induced hypokalemia, and there are also steroids used. So steroid induced hyperglycemia or steroid induced diabetes mellitus. So for steroids you have to keep it in mind, because steroids, they can cause increase in blood sugar in I think 2 to 3 hours only. Yeah, in 2 to 3 hours any steroid can cause increase in blood pressure, increase in blood sugar. So you have to monitor patients who are given steroids for adverse drug effects and also for drug interaction. If it is a patient who already has comorbidity or known case of diabetes, then you have to give more care and precaution to that patient when you are giving them steroids. Okay, so yeah, you go through the medication chart of the patient, then you go through the laboratory data, which includes all the kind of laboratory data. Okay, it involves hematologic data, then electrolytes, or all electrolytes have lot of changes, or many drugs they cause electrolyte abnormalities, so that is very important. They will give you a very quick answer. Okay, so electrolyte abnormalities, sugar charting is also extremely important. And then APTT also, don't forget APTT or INR. Okay, that is also very important, and serum creatinine. Okay, these will give you an idea whether there is an abnormality or not. Now, how you can detect is that you take, for example, today's laboratory data and you confirm it with yesterday's or whenever the previous data was laboratory testing was laboratory data was recorded or taken, laboratory test was taken from the patient. Okay, and if you see any kind of drastic abnormalities, for example, hemoglobin change by 3 to 4 points or by 3 to 4 gram per deciliter, or sodium or electrolyte changes by lots of millimole per liter, for example at least 5 millimole per liter, or APTT decrease by even point, in APTT points are very important. Okay, so even by decimal, if it is increasing or decreasing, not 1 or 2 decimal, okay, like 4, 5, 6 decimals, then also it is very much important. Creatinine is again very important, so you check for electrolyte or any of the laboratory test abnormalities, and then you see what were the medication that the patient took between both the laboratory test. Okay, and then you see what are the drugs given and what drugs could be possibly causing those abnormalities. That is how you can correlate or suspect that whatever abnormalities the patient has, it is not due to disease or any other environmental or physiological condition, it is due to the medication that are prescribed to him or her. And then you can confirm it through any of such apps or any such websites such as Medscape, Micromedics, and I don't know, but I think that drugs.com will also give you, then drug bank is also good. So these sites will also give you reliable source. Okay, and then you have to do charting through Hartwig scale or whatever WHO scale you are using, or Naranjo scale that you are using, whatever scale your institute is using. We do it through all the three scales, so we have to confirm through all the three scales what is the, whether the ADR is possible, probable, unlikely, likely, whatever. Okay, so we have to do it that way. So yeah, this is it. Now let's go back to the vlog. All right. So yeah guys, that's it for the video. I really hope that you guys liked it, and if you did, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my videos. I'll see you very soon next time. I just got another ADR, and this one is also due to gemcitabine. So both the ADRs that I've got today, they are both due to gemcitabine induced anemia. This patient has anemia of 9, the previous patient had anemia of 10.7. Hello beautiful people, so that is the end of our Onco Ward for today. Now we are heading off to our college for further lectures. Today I reported 2 ADRs. For Oncology Ward, ADRs is very common. So I reported 2 ADRs. Both of them were related to gemcitabine. Both of them were anemia. One patient had hemoglobin count of 10.7, while the other patient had hemoglobin count of 9.2. And I also did 4 patient counseling. Now I think we have been given task of completing 50 patient counseling forms, and now I think I'm just left with 2 to 3 more patient counseling forms to go. So I'm extremely happy that my patient counseling forms will be finished now. So yeah, that is it. I'll see you next time, and until then, keep following, keep sharing my videos with other people, and yeah, don't forget to like this video. Goodbye, see you soon next time. Hello beautiful people, so today is the next day to the ADR reports that I got yesterday, and I came to MRD to find out further history of the patient, and it turns out that it really was an ADR because the hemoglobin was high. For the patient whose hemoglobin was 9.2 recorded yesterday, her previous hemoglobin, that is on 3rd it was 10th, and on 7th, that is yesterday, it went down to 9.2. So that confirms the ADR.